Hello everybody, this is Dilek with Nokta Macro. Now, today I would like to talk about a video that some of you may have seen or some of you maybe will watch later that was posted on the Legend against its competitor model. Now, the YouTube video has been posted by Ife Signals. Ife Signals, actually, let me first tell you this. Ife Signals has been one of our testers, okay? And he's been a very good tester. We actually thank him for his valuable feedbacks. He's been a tester since day one. And he gave us very, very good feedbacks on the Legend. And we actually made many updates, you know, just based on his feedbacks. So he has been a valuable tester for us. And he's actually one of the only four testers that the device has been sent back to. Okay, so first of all, we thank him for all his efforts and for his tests. Now, let's talk about his video, the video he did yesterday. And the only reason why I want to address this video is because now I am seeing many comments under the video on Facebook groups just based on this video and actually a part of that, especially a part of that video. Now, let's talk about that. By the way, I'm going to refer to him as Ife because I don't know if he wants me to, say his name. Maybe he doesn't want to, so I'm just going to refer to him as Ife. So in a video yesterday, Ife put a dime next to a Ferris target, and he couldn't detect the dime, okay, but he could detect a dime with the competitor's model. Now, based on all the comments that I'm reading, I really want to correct a misinformation because this is really inaccurate, and I want everybody to understand this, okay? Everybody is referring to that scenario as a recovery speed issue. Now, first of all, it has nothing to do with the recovery speed. Let me underline this. It has nothing to do with the recovery speed, okay? And it has nothing to do with the separation capability of the device. The only reason why he is picking that dime with the competitor's model is the fact that he has the iron bias setting running, okay, in the other device. Now, let's talk about this iron bias setting. The iron bias setting, I've been saying this for so many times now. Iron bias setting is a very tricky setting, okay? And in the hands of inexperienced users, in the hands of, people who really do not understand the iron bias setting actually may cause you to lose a lot of stuff. Now, there are two things. If the iron bias setting is run, okay, at lower levels, then you're going to be actually getting a lot of false signals out on the field, okay? A lot of false signals. And if you run it too high to get rid of those false signals, then you're going to run into the issue of losing targets. And the worst is you're not even going to know that you're losing a lot of good targets. That's why since day one, okay, we've been trying to avoid putting in an iron bias setting in this device. And Ife actually has been very big on the iron bias setting and has been pushing for an iron bias setting. And this is what I exactly told him. Ife, I know you like that setting. I know you want to have that option, but this is a tricky setting. And we're going to roll the device as is. And without this setting, first of all, we want our, customers first to experience the stability of this device, the capabilities of this device in real field scenarios, guys. So now what you saw yesterday is just one scenario. And even within that scenario, if you change parameters, even if you change your direction or the direction of the target, the direction of the, whatever, there's so many parameters, you're gonna get different results. So just by looking at one scenario, okay, it's not really very realistic to say, oh, the Nokta Makro Legend, oh, it has an issue. No, Nokta Makro Legend at this point has no issue. Now, let me explain you this. We also have kind of an iron bias. I don't want to call it an iron bias setting, but we call it an iron filter. We also have one within the legend. But we set it, it's a fixed setting internally. So we set it at the most optimal setting, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because we really want users to experience a stable device out in the field, a stable, more quiet, less falsing. Because we listen to our customers. We don't want them to struggle with this. That's why we put it at a fixed optimal point. Now, of course, you can find scenarios where at that optimal setting, you may miss a target in a certain scenario. However, now let's go to the other side. You have an iron bias setting. You're going out there. If it's low, you're, actually getting a lot of false signals. So you need to crank it up. Okay. And then you're losing targets. So it's kind of a risky setting to play with, and that's why we really didn't want to give it in the hands of users, okay? But we did mention that we're gonna give it with an update if needed. Now, if you look at actually Ify's next video, a nail board test, you will exactly see what I'm talking about. So we're trying to be actually cautious with this setting, okay? And we actually want an easier, device to use for the customers, especially for those who don't really understand everything about a detector, how these filters work, what are the advantages and disadvantages. Guys, you need to understand everything is a give and take situation, okay? And that doesn't apply to Legend or Nokta Makro detectors. It applies to all the detectors out there. So we're trying to give the best, optimal, device to the customers in terms of stability and in terms of finding more targets. But we already started working on an iron bias setting in case everybody really, or the majority, not everybody, the majority of the people, ask for the setting, we'll get it ready for you in a very short period of time. But please, let's be realistic, okay? The Legend is a very capable device. I'm asking everybody, please, to be patient. Just by looking at one video, everybody is not drawing conclusions. As of today, we're sending it to, the other testers as well as my Nomads team. Soon, you're going to see a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different videos, and you will see the capabilities of the Legend. So before, basing, drawing conclusions based on only one scenario, okay? Please, let's be patient. If you order the Legend, okay, wait for it, use it yourself first, okay? Go out on the field, use it, and decide for yourself, okay, if what you see, what you're experiencing is good enough, or if you need anything else. Or if you did not order the Legend, then be patient, watch other videos, talk to other testers, look at other scenarios, look at its performance out on the field, in the park, in trashy sites, on the beach. Come on, guys, please. really, let's be fair, okay? With the comments, and let's be more, how can I say this? Not realistic, but I couldn't think of the word right now. And be patient. The Legend is a very, very capable device, period. And we're still behind our, everything that we said, basically. We're still behind it, okay? It's a very good simultaneous multi-frequency detector with very, very good features, with very good quality, okay? At an incredible price. We are still 100% behind all the claims, that we made, okay? Of course, for every detector, you can find a scenario where the other detector may behave better, but I'm telling you, if it's all about that one scenario, it has nothing to do with our separation capability or the recovery speed. It all has to do with the competitor's model running an iron bias setting. That's about it. And that's all I'm going to say. If you have any questions, guys, please ask me now. What are the differences between the Legend and the other simultaneous detectors as Vanquish or Deus 2? I'm sorry, I cannot, talk about my competitors' models. This cannot come from me. It has to come from the actual users. Okay. Cannot wait for this machine. Thank you. I think it will beat anything on the market. Listen, Paul, we're not saying it will beat everything on the market. That's not a claim we're making. But we're paying. Don't pay, more for less. Yes, that's a claim we made. Okay, at the price point we have, it's a damn good simultaneous multi-frequency machine. Okay, very excited, can't wait. Okay, these are comments. Any questions, guys? Beautiful to see you. Thank you. Please, questions only. Nothing shipped to dealers yet? No, nothing shipped to dealers yet. If you watched my update from last week, I said we're gonna start next week, but the first units that's gonna come out will go to the initial testers and the Nomads team. As of today, we're shipping the all the initial testers, okay, and the Nomads team. And then in a few days, we're starting the distributors' orders, okay? If the Simplex Plus is anything to go by, it's going to be a great machine. Yes, it will be a great machine. The Legend will do all the talking in the field, correct? When is DTA? You'll be getting yours. Okay, any other questions, guys? I hope I was very clear about that video, IFE Signals video. And I hope now this actually corrects some of the misinformation or wrong comments, inaccurate comments out there. Okay? If you just posted another video, you can watch that to understand what I'm saying about the iron bias setting. And like I said, again, we started working on an iron bias setting just in case, okay? If when you guys get your Legends in your hand, you really think you need that setting, it's an easy setting to give with an update. So no panic, okay? Please don't, fall into this whole drama. Oh my God, it didn't see the dime, okay? We can make it see the dime. We can give a setting where you can see that dime. But then again, you need to play carefully with that setting, okay? Because you're gonna lose your stability on the beach if you run it low, or you're gonna lose a lot of targets if you run it high, okay? So don't base your, judgments on one specific, scenario. There are thousands of scenarios out there. And believe me, as Nokta Makro, we listen. We try to do the best for the majority. We try to do the best for the real world conditions. not only just, air tests or nail board tests or some specific scenarios, put together. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. I actually want to thank Ify for this opportunity. Okay. And by the way, guys, do you really think, okay, we would pick, okay, Ify as a tester and we would really let him, run this device, compare it, or, use it as a tester? We know that Ify uses many different devices and he puts videos out there. He says whatever he wants to say. Do you think I would really send this device to Ify if we didn't have the 100% confidence behind this device? Think about it, please. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening and take care. Bye-bye.